It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sun Devils will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Sun Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not...
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Robinson will throw. Turns it loose. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Sun Devils have this offense rolling. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Parker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Takes a hit as he fires. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They've already picked up a couple of first downs on this possession. Now they'll snap it from their own 35. Catch in the middle. It's Hale. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Handoff to the single running back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here's a heat. Lets it fly. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Craver. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Robinson looking to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Firing to the right, complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The give. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Good, right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Hart. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw. Complete to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target over the middle. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Going to the running game. Runs through a tackle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Robinson will throw. Quick strike complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. On the move, it's Parker. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. And here's the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up. You told yourself you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gut. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Gives it on the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Tatum. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Armstrong.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Nevada. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Robinson looking to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got a man in the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Sun Devils are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. To the air. It's Hart. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. tries to do it himself on the draw. Fights off the defender. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Robinson will throw. Here's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Parker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. What a cut. Now he's loose. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Finds his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Robinson looking to pass. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Arizona State!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now, you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.